What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the best franchise series on YouTube, the Washington Football Team franchise. Go ahead, leave a like on the video, subscribe for more Washington Football Team franchise. And into today's game, we are getting ready to take on the LA Rams in week number 5. If you've been following the series and you're wondering how the heck did we get to week 5 and what happened in week 4 and why are you 3-1? Last time we saw you guys, you were undefeated. What happened? Unfortunately, I was out of town. We're unable to play the Ravens user. I was really looking forward to that game because, I mean, even though we're not really, some would consider us rivals, others wouldn't. But it's the Battle of the Beltway. This is the Battle of the Beltway game. I was really looking forward to that. Plus, the user that has him, I know he's really good because we used to trade a lot last year. Actually, he beat me more times than I beat him last year. So I always look forward to playing him. He was the Green Bay Packers last year when I was the Rams, and we met a bunch of times in the NFC conference or championship game. But yeah, we ended up taking the forced loss on that one because I was out of town. It was all on me. But anyways, we're here in week number 5, looking to bounce back with our Washington football team, trying to get right back to winning against these LA Rams. It's going to be a tough one. The Rams, you already know, Jared Goff, Cooper Kupp, I think Woodson. I don't know. I can't remember the rest of their receivers that they have. But the big deal is their defense and our offense. Our offense, as you know, is still looking for identity. We really rely mainly on our defense to put us in good positions to score, and if not score points or score points for us. This offensive identity, Haskins is still a little bit inconsistent on his throws. Offensive line, yeah, we made that trade with the Ravens during the preseason to strengthen it a little bit, but it's still not where it could be or where it should be. So, offense, we still struggle to move the ball a little bit. So, see what we can do, but we got Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey to deal with. So, we're going to do the best we can. It's going to be a lot of hopes and prayers, but we're probably more than likely, like the remainder of the season, we're probably going to need to rely on our defense to help us out. But anyway, starting things out on defense. 1st and 10. Goff's going to hand the ball off to Henderson. Henderson picks up a nice gain up to the 28-yard line, gain of 3, bringing up 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Goff's going to keep it on the ground. This time, Devontae Freeman back there picks up the 1st down, but because of poor editing, we will never know what happened on 1st down after Freeman picks up that gain, which brought up a 2nd and 7, and Goff hands the ball off to Freeman again, picks up the 1st down to the opposite 37-yard line. Little play action, try to get a little tricky. You don't want to do that against this I was about to say Redskins. This football team defense. They're pretty fast and just yeah, like that right there. Khaleke Hudson coming off the edge ends up bringing Jared Goff down at the 44-yard line for a sack. 3rd and 17. Goff ends up completing that to Woodson across the middle. Okay, maybe we're getting a little bit too blitz heavy. Try to dial things back here. Jared Goff runs a nice little screen, gets Henderson. Henderson breaks one tackle and gets popped by Montez Sweat at the 5-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan recovers, and our defense, like I said, we're going to need our defense to come through big for our offense, put us in position to score, and just really look for them to come up with stops against this Rams offense because this offense is still a work in progress. 2nd and 4. We end up connecting to Terry McLaurin across the middle, picks up the 1st down to the 40-yard line. We're going to hand the ball off to Gibson there. We still running a 3-back system with Adrian Peterson, Gibson, and J.D. McKissick. McKissick is our number 1 receiving back, but I also like to run the ball more with AP and just searching to see what Gibson is going to be able to bring to the table on this team because we already know AP might not be around long for in this season and maybe even next season. Anyways, 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. We're going to try to run jet sweep to Sims. Sims turned that play, which looked like it was about to be stopped for a gain of nothing or maybe even the loser yards. Ends up gaining 3. 2nd and 7 from the 40. We end up handing the ball off to Adrian Peterson. Gets us a gain down to the 35-yard line. Dwayne Haskins drops back on 3rd down and ends up connecting with a beautiful pass, I might add, across the middle to Terry McLaurin again. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Haskins throwing ends up connecting with Jeremy Sprinkle in the flats. Brings up a 2nd and short situations. We're running hurry up. Haskins audibles to a run, and it is stopped by Michael Proctor. Just like this, the Redskins defense, or I said it, oh my gosh, and I just threw an interception with Haskins, and it's gonna be returned for 6. Like I was saying, just like this football team defense, and you have to stop stun on me. Come on now. You know how I feel about when you start dancing into the end zone on me. But anyways, just like this Washington defense, yeah, that's exactly what you get. You end up missing the field goal. But just like this Washington defense, the Rams defense is not no slouches at all. So that, like I was mentioning in the pregame, this secondary is really good, and this defensive line is just as amazing. Probably not as talented as the Washington ones, but it's pretty damn good. 2nd and 8 after the pick 6 thrown by Haskins. Going to run the jet sweep to Sims again. This time he's only able to gain 1 yard. Brings up a 3rd and 7. We're going to be looking for Haskins to make a big play right here. Dropping back to throw on 3rd and 7. Looking for Terry McLaurin, and he just overthrows him. He had him open, just Haskins is just still too inconsistent on some of his passes. Probably should have been a drive that's continuing, but brings on Tressway to punt the ball away. Decent punt. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Goff tries to check it down underneath. Pass is broken up. Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. Jared Goff is going to drop back to throw. Getting pressured by Chase Young and his head as he's thrown, and gets the lucky throw out of sack animation. Could have been a sack. 3rd and 10. Jared Goff pressured again, this time by Chase Young again, and Chase Young gets to him this time, bringing Jared Goff down for the sack, and brings up a Rams punt. So this, like I said, this football team defense, they're no slouches. This is going to be a really good game. Battle of defense is just it might end up coming down to which defense is going to put up those points right now. Right now, the Rams are leading with 6 points scored by their defense. 1st and 10, Haskins ends up completing the pass to Jeremy Sprinkle, who's able to fight forward for the 1st down. 1st and 10, Haskins pressured and throws another interception, this time to Burris. And just like the last one, he's going to stunt into the end zone, and it ran back for 6. Oh, man, just unfortunate. This time the kicker ends up making the field goal. But we have to figure out a way to lock in with Dwayne Haskins in this offense. This offense, like I said, it struggles. We want to throw we want to throw the ball, but I think we might be more built for the run. But if we keep putting ourselves in situations like this where we're coming from behind, granted it is early and we don't have to completely abandon the run, but if we get into late game situations and we really need to throw the ball, it's not looking pretty. It's not looking pretty. 1st and 10 after a good run by Adrian Peterson, picking up the 1st down to the 49-yard line. Haskins ends up completing a pass to McKissick, who gets us across the 50. 1st and 10, Haskins still targeting Jeremy Sprinkle. Jeremy Sprinkle had that big game for us against the Browns. Looking for him to have another good performance here in Week 5 against the Rams. Oh my gosh, McKisson doing his best power back impression. Ends up trucking a man down to the 18-yard line, brings up 2nd and 4. Bringing Adrian Peterson in, gains 2 yards towards that 1st down. 2-minute warning here. We really need Haskins to get something going. We end up calling on AP, and AP stopped at the line of scrimmage and gained nothing. Bring on Dustin Hopkins to get us a field goal, just to get some kind of points up on the board, so this drive wasn't a complete waste. Decent enough series there for our offense. I wanted to throw the ball, but Haskins with those 2 interceptions, I just wanted to play it safe, see if we can pick it up on the ground with AP, and it was unfortunate. Anyways, 1st and 10, Jared Goff trying to take a deep shot, pressured, and ends up finding Landon Collins. Landon Collins comes up with an interception at the 28-yard line, and our defense is making plays for us, giving Haskins another chance to drive down the field and put up a touchdown. If we're able to get in the end zone here to make it a 13-10 lead going into halftime, I'm feeling a lot better than being down 10 already. 2nd and 6, Haskins completing the pass across the middle to Terry McLaurin, has us in field goal range. We're going to go ahead, or has us across the 50, and call the timeout. And 1st and 10 from there, he ends up finding Jeremy Sprinkle again, and Jeremy Sprinkle lets dance his way into the end zone. And our offense is off and running so far. Great drive right there by Haskins. Got it. Oh God, I tried to call timeout right here, but yeah, if you didn't see what happened there on my screen, it glitched it stopped, and then next thing I knew, the marker was damn near at the end of its rope. So yeah, unfortunate by me. I guess that's Madden's way of paying me back for dancing into the end zone. So hey, if you don't like it being done to you, don't do it to other people. First and 10, Jared Goff trying to get sneaky, ends up trying to run a screen. That gets blown up by 2 football team defenders. Second and 10, oh my God, speaking of blown up, Landon Collins almost took Henderson's head off at the 31-yard line. 30 seconds left in the second half. Goff taking a deep shot, and it's almost picked off by Troy Apke. Oh, Apke almost had a pick six. Just like that, we almost came back and had the lead going into halftime. Anyways, we end up forcing a Rams punt. Fourth and 4. First and 10 from the 27-yard line. Haskins going to drop back to throw. Try to see if we can get something else going. Our defense is basically gifted us another chance. We have the one timeout. We'll see if we can get anything going. This is going to hurt. Our Christian Jr. ends up getting called for the hold. Backs us up to the 17-yard line with 21 seconds left. Haskins looking for someone to throw to. Searching. Is going to throw the ball out of bounds here on first and 20. Second and 20 from the 17-yard line. 17 seconds left. Still going to see if we can get anything going here. Haskins going to look to throw. Ends up finding Trey Quinn, who gets popped in traffic. Third and 20. Haskins going to drop back to throw. We're going to actually run the screenplay here. Felt like it was the safest option. See what McKissick could do if we get him in some open field. Gets a gain of some yards, but we're just going to go ahead and let the clock drip from here. Rams aren't going to call any more timeouts. We're not going to call any timeouts. Take it to half with the score 13-9. We start off with the ball, so I mean I would have definitely liked to try to get 3 points at least, but it wasn't worth it at that point. I didn't want to. Yeah, it just wasn't worth it. Anyways, first and 10, we're going to try to get tricky. Have Gibson in there to run the Wildcat. He ends up losing 3 yards on that. Puts our offense in a worse position. Like I said, this offense is a work in progress. Starting behind like this, behind in the 6, is not very good for us. Third and 5 from the 30. We're going to have to ask Haskins to pass the ball here. He has a man open. He ends up connecting yet again. Jeremy Sprinkle across the middle for the first down at the 42-yard line. First and 10, we're going to go back to the screen with McKissick. McKissick's able to get a nice gain of 8 yards out of bounds at the 50-yard line. Second and 2, we're going to hand the ball off to Adrian Peterson. He's able to run through a man and picks up a gain of about 4 yards to the 46-yard line. Bringing up first and 10, we're going to run hurry up. We like the set that we had right there. We definitely like the power show put on display there by Adrian Peterson. So we're going to try to hand the ball right back off to him again. Adrian Peterson this time gets stopped pretty much at the line of scrimmage. Madden gifted him a yard. Second and 9 from the 45. Haskins completes underneath to Jeremy Sprinkle. Jeremy Sprinkle has been our go-to guy all day. He has the lone touchdown scored by this football team offense. On third and 4, we're going to hand the ball to McKissick. Brings us up to a 4th and 1 situation. We're going to go for it. Haskins drops back to throw, looking for Jeremy Sprinkle, but he's covered. So we try to go to McLaurin and Jalen Ramsey on the coverage. I think that actually counts towards his X factor. So definitely, like I said, want to watch what we're doing. We're playing with fire. Speaking of playing with fire, Reuben Foster. I don't know what's going on with poor Henderson. He just keeps getting his head taken off. Second and 8, we end up sniffing out the screen, and Jared Goff trying to go somewhere else ends up throwing an interception to Kendall Fuller. And just like that again, our offense is right back in position to put some points up on the board. Like I said, it's going to be a battle of defenses in this game. Granted, our defense hasn't scored any points, but they're putting our offense in position to score points. So this is the next best thing that they can do for us. Third and 2, we did end up getting Jalen Ramsey activated. Hand the ball off to Adrian Peterson. He's able to fall forward for the first down to the 28-yard line. First and 10, right back to Adrian Peterson. Gets a gain of about 4 yards up to the 24-yard line. Brings up a second and medium situation. And we're just going to keep the ball on the ground with AP, and it's working well. Adrian Peterson able to get a gain of 9 yards down to the 15-yard line. Brings up another first and 10. We're going to sub in Gibson for the veteran running back, and he gets a gain of 4 yards down, bringing up second and 6. McKissick in there. McKissick can also run the football for us. I don't like how he's holding the ball there, but he gets into the end zone. You can go ahead and drop it there. Just when you're running through the hole, man, just go ahead and tuck it away. Just tuck it away from my sanity. Anyways, 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. Football team has finally taken the lead, or Washington has finally taken the lead. I'm just going to start calling us Washington from now on. 16-13. This Rams offense has been pretty much shut down all game. The only points have been, oh my God, speaking of shut down, almost threw another pick six. Landon Collins jumped that route beautifully. I just don't know how the heck he ended up dropping that. 3rd and 8. Goff's going to test it again, and this time it's not. That one's not going to fall innocently to the ground. Reuben Foster ends up getting the interception. Tried to do his best, shake and bake to get into the end zone. Reuben Foster just isn't that agile. Our offense is right back in position to now go up even more points, make it a 2-score game, thanks to the defense. 2nd and 6 from the 9-yard line. Haskins going audible to a run to Adrian Peterson, who gets the edge, just unable to make a man miss. Gets the game down to the 6-yard line, brings up a 3rd and 3. McKissic's in there and gets blown up in the backfield by Aaron Donald. And questionable call right here by our team. We're going to go forward on 4th and 4, try to put this one away. And we end up throwing the interception with Dwayne Haskins to Kirkpatrick. And Kirkpatrick's off and running. Luckily, Haskins is able to bring him down at the 45-yard line. Should have taken my points. I should have taken my points. I put my defense now in a difficult position. Like, hey, we keep giving you the ball in position to score, and you're just basically spitting in our face right here. 1st and 10, Reuben Foster is able to make a hit on the receiver as he's trying to bring that one in. Falls incomplete. Oh, 2nd and 10. Montez Sweat trying to force another fumble. Ends up hitting a man on the sideline. Brings up 3rd and 6. Goff under pressure by, I think that was Montez Sweat again. And he ends up throwing this one out of bounds. Brings up a 4th and 4. 4th and 4, Goff's going to drop back to throw. And he ends up completing it to, I don't know who that is, but beautiful throw and amazing catch in traffic. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Goff's taking another deep shot. Is that Colbin on the coverage? No, that's Fabian Monroe. And Monroe doesn't only give up the reception, but he ends up getting called for pass interference on the play also. Just makes matters even worse. 1st and 10 from the 13. Ends up handing the ball off to Freeman. Freeman gets the game down to the 3-yard line. 2nd and inches. Goff's going to run hurry up. Looks like they're going to run the ball again. And tries to run up the middle. And you cannot you can't run the ball on our team. Like it's tough. It's tougher than it looks. 3rd and 1 from the 4-yard line. Goff still sticking with the hurry up. Going to run the ball again. This time it's same result. Freeman gets stopped. 4th and 1 from the 4-yard line. Goff's going to run the ball. Hands the ball off to his tight end, and he gets blown up in the backfield by Reuben Foster. And 4th down, goal line stand of our own. You should have taken your points. You could have ended up tying this game up. 2nd and 6. Offense back on the field. We're probably going to run the ball a lot more than we're going to throw the ball. Look to milk this clock and get out of here with the win. 3rd and 3 from the 12-yard line. Haskins pressured as he throws. Ends up connecting with Steven Sims out of the backfield. Luckily, we didn't get the throw out of sack animation because that probably would end up causing it to be an interception, and they could have potentially ran that back for 6. 1st and 10, we're going to run the jet sweep to McKissick. Makes a man miss. Gets the gain up to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10, we're going to hand the ball off to Adrian Peterson. Rams call their timeout after they stop Adrian Peterson for a gain of nothing. 2nd and 10, Haskins drops back to throw. Ends up connecting with McKissick out of the backfield. Gets a gain of 6 yards. Bring it up a 3rd and short after another Rams timeout. We're going to hand the ball off to McKissick, and he's stopped in the backfield. And the Rams are going to go ahead and burn their last timeout. Risky play right here. We could also just go for it. Go ahead and kick the ball away. But we're going to decide to go for it with the throw, and we try to end up connecting with McLaurin, and just a bad throw. Speaking of bad throws, this time on this bad throw, it's intercepted by Cole Holcomb. Jared Goff just pressured as he's trying to throw the ball and just got hit as he threw, and it's didn't fall innocently to the floor. We end up intercepting the ball, and that's pretty much going to do it from here on out. Rams have no more timeouts. We just got to run the ball a few more times, and that's just going to be the end of the game here. So we end up moving on to 4-1 on the season, led by our defense yet again. But that's just how things are going to go with this Washington football team until I'm able to upgrade this offense a little bit more, or just until we start to get more of the breakout scenarios. So far, we've only gotten the one breakout scenario for Jeremy Sprinkle, got him up to star dev, but we don't have any superstar players in skill positions on this team yet. We're going to try to do our best to develop these guys, see if we can continue this winning streak. Right now, we're 4. Well, technically a winning streak that was ended by a send loss to the Ravens. But anyways, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more Washington football team franchise. Like I said, the best franchise on YouTube. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Later.
They will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for for L.A. They'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank you.